Dennis, right.
Yes, very good. Right. And we'll leave it there. Who has actually won? We'll put up the scores now. A flash to our electronic scoreboard there. Well, it's not quite electronic. 6 for Greg and...
5 down for Russell there.
5, thank you. 5 for Russell, 2 for Jo-Beth. That means that Greg is our winner by 1. Thank you, Greg. You have actually won a prize for Dennis. What was that?
Does he get the Toyota, the Nissan?
No. No, that's a separate competition.
Sorry, you got to dress like a chicken and chase John Major for that one.
I think so.
All right. What does he win?
Well, who was it again? It's.
Oh, sorry. Dennis Wright from Chadston, Victoria.
And Dennis, this is your prize.
Yes, congratulations, Dennis. You won the Vision car alarm with battery backup, ignition cutout, remote control, flashing warning light, insurance approved, and fully installed Strathfield car radio. Drive in, jive away. If you'd like to play Lost for Words, write to Lost for Words. Hey, it's Saturday, 22 Bendigo Street, Richmond, 3121.
And at this stage, we thank Greg Proops for being with us. Greg, good luck with the rest of the comedy festival. Come back and see us before you go away anyway.
Thank you very much. I'd love to. I want to get the ball blower happening.
All right, you can do it better than Willie. Didn't quite...
Well, I didn't get much of a chance tonight. There,
and Joe and Russell playing... and the consolation prizes, they're done by the members of the... Well and truly done by the members of the Victorian Gymnastic Association. Thank you. Let's have a look at the videotape.
Runners-up in tonight's competitions will receive every day a man should drop his boxers pants. 2 pairs of Davenport boxers in 100% soft cotton, fun colours and prints. They're made in Australia and look great on or off. And have lovely looking hair using Janelle Professional Hair Care, giving you salon finish and formulated for Australian climactic conditions. And protect your favourite graphite woods with a set of Redcoat Tadpole wood covers. Available in many colours at specialty golf stores and pro shops. And at last, now you can step out with Plucker Duck socks in selected colours, now available at all Kmart stores. We'll be back. You're watching Hey Hey Saturday. It's live. Hey Hey Saturday continues. Yeah.
Well, he may be very slow on the out... Well, speaking of slow, look. Well, will you have a problem there, Mr.
Well,
Redmayne?
I mean, every show on television's got, you know, guitarists, but how many times on television you see somebody changing a string? Refreshing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why do you bother? You said you weren't plugged in anyway.
Oh, that was a trick. I've actually got a transmitter in here, Daryl.
Aha.
All right.
Can you pick up the races or anything with that, or...?
And Red will pick up anything, as we know.
Nothing further.
Okay, all right. It's a great delight to have this next guest on our show. He may be very, very slow on the outside, but as far as thinking, I reckon he'd be picked up by the thought police for speeding. His mind is really... And he looks at life from a totally weird angle. We never look at life as weirdly as Stephen Wright. That's who I'm talking about. He's in Perth. Come in, Stephen!
Yeah. All right. Oh, man.
Stephen, it's great to have you on Hey Hey.
Thank you for having me on Hey Hey, both Heys included.
I want to say you're a very hard-working guy. You do a lot of shows. How do you actually relax between shows? I can tell you're tense now.
Usually I ride an exercise bike on the top of some kind of fast-moving vehicle. And I pedal backwards so it doesn't seem like I'm moving at all. Or I think of something I've thought of before. I try to remember something that I haven't thought of ever.
You know, your
Yes?
deadpan sort of manner that you... I mean, you are very laid back, as we've spoken before about that.
Yes.
Is it sort of a genetic thing, or is it something that... I mean, are all of your family as slow and deliberate as you?
I'm actually the more wired one in my family.
So,
I'm like the bubbly guy of the party, of the family gatherings. Everyone's waiting for me to arrive. That was very interesting. Can you make any noise that I think of?
Christmas...
No, I don't think so.
No. Christmas dinner must be a hoot, then, when you're all sitting around the table.
Oh, it's wild. For instance, at Christmas dinner, we'll all be just sitting there, and just to get everyone's mind going, all of a sudden, I'll just get up, and I'll go over to another chair.
Does that usually get a response from the other family members?
Oh, everyone is like, isn't that wild? How does he think of those things?
Not to pry too deeply into your personal life, but do your other family members, are they in the comedy business at all?
No, none of them. I have a half twin.
That's unique.
And I have a Siamese stepson who's an athlete. He's a baseball player.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, he's right here.
Hello, hello.
Yes.
Great, that's terrific. Nice to have. Do you often travel?
Dad.
Do you travel with your half-twin?
My half-twin Siamese stepson, yes. I travel with him most of the time, other than when I don't travel with him at all, which is more of the majority of what's going on.
You know, a lot of people watching this would
Yes.
think, hey, I'm quite funny too. Maybe I'll
would
get into
agree.
comedy. And do you have any advice for any upcoming comics who would like to get into the business?
Yes, I would say to break into a TV station at night with guns.
Now, listen, you obviously have to live in hotels around the world for a lot of the time.
Right.
Do you find this depressing, or do you like the traveling and living in hotels?
No, I like it. I like the peepholes in the doors, and I like well, you see, what happens is I take a lot of the furniture home with me. So I have couches and TVs from all over the world, because at the front desk I insisted I brought this stuff in with me.
And when you get home, do you find yourself, like, you know, putting chocolates on your pillow at home after, you know, a big tour and folding the toilet paper into a V and all of that when you're at home?
Yes, I have to get curtains from my windows, because that's exactly what I'm doing.
What about the towels? You don't actually take the towels from the hotels, do you?
I don't take towels, no. I'll take the
Ashtrays?
towel racks. I have enough towels.
You actually come to Australia quite a bit.
I come about every 2 years, about every 24 months.
Do the as well? That's incredible.
Yes.
Do you think highly of the Australian comedy scene, or?
Yes, I think there's a lot of very funny people here, and I love the audiences. The audiences are tremendous here. That's why I keep coming back. I keep saying things, and they keep laughing, and I keep coming back, and it's like this vicious circle that's moving in slow motion.
You're very, to me, you're very brave, because you're not afraid to try new material at the drop of a hat, even, you know, in the midst of your show. I wondered what percentage of your show that people go along to see is the same stuff that you may have done a week before, or...
Oh, I put about one new joke in every about 10 years.
Oh, so brave is not really the word I should have chosen.
Brave is, yes, but brave for different reasons. I have the gall to do this.
What's the worst?
No, I'm always adding new. I'm always adding writing, always writing and putting new stuff in, and, you know.
Does it hurt you, always thinking? It sounds to me as if you never get the time to turn off.
No, it doesn't hurt me. I have a very enjoyable life, and from what I can remember of it, it's been going very well.
You have a movie coming up called 1999. Can you tell us about that?
That's a film about a New Year's Eve party that takes place in Manhattan on the New Year's Eve of turning the year 2000. And I play this character. I play this very kind of spaced out, weird, philosophical kind of guy, which was not too hard for me to play. Other than they were calling me by a different name, and that would throw me off. But
yeah. Anyone of note in the movie with you?
What's what?
Anyone of note in the movie with you?
Buck Henry. Buck
Right.
Henry,
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of young unknown actors.
That's good. You'd like to give people a go.
Absolutely. I think it'll be a good film. I consider it one of the best films ever made, although I've never seen it.
Well, you haven't quite done it yet, but then that's you. Listen, Stephen, thank you very much for being with us.
Thank
we really
you for
appreciate
having
you.
me. Thank you.
And we'll, because I know you're working tonight in Perth, and I think you're coming over to Melbourne or Sydney next week or whatever. Hope we can
Yes.
catch up when you hit town anyway. But
Okay.
thanks for being with us. Have a great show.
Thank you.
Stephen Wright.
Right. Yeah. Oh, boy. Funny guy. We'll be back. You're watching Hey Hey, it's live.
Yes, a lot of people rang up, a lot of people wrote in, said, was that for real? It was for real, but it was under, you know, a scientific experiment. We had the CSIRO, we had Dean Hutton and what have you, and we did walk across the coals. I found it wasn't so much walking across the coals that was the hard thing about that. It was more, you know, sort of staying in that little swimming pool with Russell and Wilbur and Dean at the end there. That was really a tricky balance act there. We could have slipped and hurt ourselves, you know.
You could have.
Not to mention 600-degree coals walking across that. But it was fun. You didn't do it, Joe. I thought you may have leapt in and...
No, I was off to Fiji the next day, Daryl, so I didn't want to do anything that might hurt my feet.
Because they do that over there.
They do. It's a Fijian custom, actually, walking on hot coals.
Yeah. Is it just, what, you order room service? They bring it up on...
It's a thing to do, you know, if you're bored on a Saturday night.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want to melt the silicone, would you, Jo-Beth?
I don't have silicone feet,
So,
thank
Daryl-
you, Dickie.
Yes, that's a good answer.
So, Dag...
Oh, it's Wilbur, sorry.
No, it's all right, yeah. I'm not...
Sorry, Wilbur.
If you feel better with the phone, I'll talk to you on that, but... what I was thinking was that the fire walking was a good sort of bonding thing for the team and everything. Maybe we should try one of those outward bound things where we go off to the bush and go camping and sort of climb...
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The line's gone dead, Daryl.
Yeah, well, look... No, sorry, Willie. But hands up those cast members who would go on this trip that Willie's talking about, going into the deepest, darkest whatever, and... No. Only Darren Ferrucci behind you, Willie. You two have a good time.
I'd come along, but I think I've got to sort my sock drawer that day.
Yeah, I think so, yes.
The good thing about the fire walking and didn't hurt a bit, did it? When you know.
No, it didn't.
Nah,
No. I
was going to talk.
The famous walk.
Well, you
That's
gotta look from
Russell's
behind.
favourite. That's the famous walk. Russell's famous walk. He's going to do a cruise ship one day.
That's the compo walk. The compo walk.
It's the workers' comp walk. Yes, he is going to. Oh,
I can only do the top bit, Daryl.
Ah, dear. I think it's one of those nights, somehow. Dear me. You got to watch that walk though, because your knee, you'll do your cruciate ligament. Although I said it to you one day, you said, "Oh, what me crucial ligament, ligament."
No. What I thought it was when you said the cruciate, I thought you said it was the crucial ligament because once I'd done my crucial ligament and my not so crucial but very important ligament as well.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it can be annoying. Well, I don't know how I can segue from that into this fabulous artist, but George Benson, I've been a fan of for many years. He is an absolute fantastic guitarist, great vocalist, looks good, feels good, is good. It sounds like an ad, doesn't it? But it's... and George is at the... If you've missed him in Sydney, he's already done the Sydney Hilton and the Melbourne Hilton last night, tonight. Then he's going to be in Brisbane on the 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th of April at the Brisbane Hilton. Book in to see this fine artist and great musician, George Benson, with That's Right is the album, and Summer Love is on it. George Benson and band.
My sweet summer love, a big helping up to me.
George Benson.
Whoa!
Yeah.
George, thank you. Ah, that was absolutely magic. I have to say, thanks for doing the show. And where did you know that you were able to just scat like that and just play along and it just out of the head, same time the fingers are moving up and down the strings?
Well, I found I was doing it anyway, but there was no microphone.
Oh.
So somebody took a film of me one day, you know, a picture or a video.
This is when you were little or when...
Well, I was actually had a career going already.
Oh,
you know?
okay, yeah.
And then I saw the film back and I said, man, I'm making all these noises. Why don't I put a mic up there and see what happens? And I did that and I had a gigantic record.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jimmy Smith used to do a bit of that sort of groaning and grunting along, but he wasn't actually always doing the melody like you were playing away. But that's enormous, and a very tight band too, and fantastic musicians. You brought all the guys out from all sort of LA or
They're from all over the United States.
all over. So you've got a mix of East Coast, West Coast, the whole bit.
That's right.
Well, look, thanks for doing the show, George. It's great to have you on. Good luck with the new album and the Brisbane dates at the Hilton on the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th of April. Go see George Benson. Do you want to take us to the break with some more cool sort of stuff? Yep.
George Benson. His band is tight. So is ours most of the time, actually. It's their problem. Way to go. Okay, you're watching the Big D on Hey Hey, it's Saturday. Now that's a good look. Yeah.
Not very complimentary at all. That's a lovely lady there and got big teeth. Thank you. And
What's up, Doc?
it's a little impression there, a little musical from Bugs Bunny there. Just
Be very quiet. Daryl is about to speak.
Thank you very much. What is it? Tirano. A Tirano.
A Tirana? We're giving away a Tirana?
No, Tirano 2. A Nissan Tirano 2. Worth $1 million. Well, it's not quite $1 million. A little less than that, but that's the number to ring if you want to have a chance to win that vehicle. We'll be announcing the winner next week on the show. You can ring up to next Tuesday. That number, once again, Jonathan, in your finest voiceover voice that you've ever used.
0055605330. Here's Jo-Beth to just repeat that number.
Oh, yes, here's Jo-Beth.
You ready, Jo-Beth? Here we go.
Ready?
You ready? Let's mime. I love it when you do this. 0055605330. That's GOGGO.
Oh,
Is it in now?
I thought you were doing rude signs behind my back.
Oh, no. We had that out, but you couldn't see it. Hang on.
Wait, I'll just stay still and then you can...
Hey, do you want to do one for the promo, Joe?
There?
You ready for
John?
this? I'll just say, I love it. All right?
Yeah, ready?
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hang on, Daryl's in shot.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
you ready? Here we go. I love it.
One more time. I'll give you 1, 2, 3.
I love it.
That's good. That'll make the promo.
Yeah, absolutely.
So too could Ed Byrne. Ed Byrne's very funny. Best of the Edinburgh Festival. He's brought to Melbourne for the comedy festival that's on at the moment. Let's make him welcome Ed Byrne.
How you going? Thanks very much indeed. Lovely to be back again, because I was here last year as well. I was on the show last year. I remember I was on the same episode as John Farnham. Oh, I'm in showbiz now, I thought to myself. It's great. But he was wearing the same jacket as me, and it was very embarrassing, so I thought, I'm not taking any chances this year. Just in case you were wondering why I was wearing my mother's curtains. So, it's lovely to be back. It's lovely to be playing the comedy festival, particularly, because I do a lot of festivals, like fringe festivals and arts festivals and stuff. And doing a comedy festival means there's just comedy, which means there's a distinct lack of jugglers, which makes me very pleased. Because if there's one thing I hate, it's a juggler. Honest God, no, I used to live with a juggler, and I'd never do that again. I'd rather have all my teeth filled and be forced to live on a diet of tinfoil before I'd live with another juggler. Because they're so... No, honest God, you just like the Edinburgh Festival, the Adelaide Festival, there's a juggler on every damn corner, honestly. And always looking so smug that they can do the most useless task in the world, honestly. You just feel like saying to them, look, mate, if you want to keep 3 things off the ground, put them on a shelf. You know, it's just such a useless thing to be able to do. The only good thing about jugglers is they don't have their hands free, so you can just pop one in. You know, and you can throw things at them, and you think they're just joining in. It's brilliant. Only, and I don't want to sound like I'm violent. Jugglers are the only kind of people who get me going like that. The one thing I like about Australia is that you're not very violent people. You're very laid back. Because I hate violence. I detest violence, basically because I'm really crap at it. I'm sure I'd have a different view if I was good at it. But I'm terrible at fighting, I am. I know you're all looking at me thinking, nonsense, Ed, you look like you can really mix it. But no, I'm woeful at it. I go to pieces as soon as anybody starts a fight with me. Like if somebody says to me, have you got a problem? I go, yeah, you're gonna beat me up. Call that a problem, yeah. I'm lousy at it, I am. I'm terrible at fight, and see, the thing is, blokes come out with some choice lines when they start fights, don't they? Lads come out with some brilliant lines. Back home, they've got a classic one, which is, you're going home in an ambulance. Ooh. Oh, it needs to be a chill. You know, you're going home in an ambulance, pal. Because you got to say pal. Because you always get dead friendly when you start a fight, don't you? So, do you want your head kicked in, mate? Thanks, chum. But I love that. I particularly love that ambulance one, because they chant it at football match and everything. The yobs will chant it at each other, you know. And it's just like your divvy van chant. They'd be like, you're going home in the back of an ambulance. And it's so stupid, because you don't go home in the back of an ambulance. You go to hospital in the back of an ambulance. No, I'm right on this. I've done the research. Trust me. You're thinking of taxis, mate. Yeah, nice to help you out there. No, they should change that. I mean, when was the last time you saw an ambulance pull up for a heart attack victim and go, where do you live? Hop in. Hospital, people die.